And then Taken. Oh, yes. That did sort of put your career in a whole different direction, didn't it?
Yes, it did. I was 55 years of age, and it came my way, and it was... I thought it was a straight-to-video thing, a straight-to-video movie. And it was 3 months in Paris. How shabby could that be?
Yeah.
So I took it, and it was successful.
Well, so you say successful. It's taken over $250 million. Seriously.
Yeah, please.
Well, hence she's gone missing again. Could that happen again, do you think?
I give her away this time.
Hammer.
Please take her.
But Taken is one of those films where one speech becomes legendary, and even on the poster they use the speech. You know, the one where you're on the phone.
Oh, yes.
You know,
right.
I don't know who you are. And now, do you get loads of fans coming up and asking you to say that?
Occasionally I do. My eldest boy is at boarding school. He'd sometimes call up and say, Dad, could you leave a message on Charlie's voicemail?
And do you?
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah.
Oh, you do?
But then I can never remember the words. So
Well, listen, we've got a very special lady in the audience, and now her name is Joe. Where's Joe? Oh, there's Joe. Oh. Now, you don't know Joe. I don't think. He doesn't know you. No. But she claims to be... No, don't worry.
Daughter, lover, kidnapped victim.
Good game, good game. No, she claims to be your first fan.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Now, why do you think you're his first fan?
I saw Liam acting in a mini-series about nearly 30 years ago, and I wrote you a fan letter, and you sent me back a signed photo and a letter saying it was your first ever fan letter, and I've got it here.
What did he say? What did he say?
He says, thanks for your charming letter.
Oh, I'll stop you there.
My
Thank you. Well, listen, weirdly, because it's like channeling your son, Jo contacted us saying she would like you to do something for her. Now... So basically she wants... Would you leave an answer phone greeting on her phone?
Sure, yeah.
Would you? Do you mind? Okay, so what she sent us in your number. So I call... Your phone's off, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine, yeah. Okay, so otherwise that'll be annoying and stupid. So 9077777. And a lot of people will call up to hear this. Okay, this should be brilliant.
Hello, this is Jo. Please leave a message. Please enter your PIN, followed by the hash key.
Okay.
You're at the O2 Greetings and Mailbox Settings menu. To listen to your messages...
Don't want to.
Key 2. You're at the O2 Greetings menu. To listen to your... Please record your personal greeting.
Okay.
To end recording, key 0.
So you press
to start
0,
recording, key 0.
read that, and then you press 0 again.
Show me where 0 is.
0 is that one.
Right.
Press that
Please record your personal greeting. End
I start?
Yeah.
I don't know who you are. But if you don't let my daughter go now, I will find you. I will kill you. Please leave a message.
Let's see if it works. Hang on. Okay. Save it.
Personal greeting saved.
Let's just call it back and just see if it was successful. 90777. That's so many sevens. 6.
I don't know who you are. But if you don't let my daughter go now, I will find you. I will kill you. Please leave a message.
Please leave your message after the tone. To re-record your message, key hash at any time.
Hi, it's Alan Davies here. If you've got my daughter, she's 2, you can keep her. I'm going on tour to get away from her. She's a nightmare. And she's also got chicken pox. Good luck.
Thank you so much for doing that.
There you go.
Right. Now, I like saying the Sir Patrick Stewart.
Say it.
Sir Patrick Stewart. But it's quite new. It must still sound lovely to you, because it's only, what was it, June 2010 it happened?
Yes.
And did the Queen, I mean, was she a fan of X-Men or Star Trek or anything?
We didn't go there.
No.
But she was very, very pleasant. What was extraordinary, and I'd like to attend one of these ceremonies again sometime to see what happens, because there's a little thing you kneel down on, and fortunately a little hand grip to hold on to get down and up without falling over, because that's the only fear you have, because there's one point you have to walk backwards. The fear is you fall over.
Yes.
And there she was in front of me, and I knelt down, I looked up, and there was this sword in her hand, and I don't know where it came from. She didn't have it moments earlier, and then there it was. It was like the saber, the lightsaber.
Yeah. Well, it's like Wolverine. She just goes.
But that may be all part of the royal prerogative, that they have these skills that we know nothing about.
But looking at that picture, she seems, I mean, no, I'm sure she's very safe, but she seems quite elderly to be in charge of a heavy sword. If she fell off that step, just momentum.
Look,
great way to go.
If you want to go. She was on her feet for over an hour and spoke personally, privately, with each individual that went up there. And it was an extraordinary performance and full of style and elegance and grace.
Yeah. So listen, your play, Bingo, it opens on the 16th of February at the Young Vic. And as you say, it's about the last days of Shakespeare. And extraordinary, you've played it, is it 4 times now?
It will be 4 times. 2 productions, but 4 times. I did it in 1979 in Stratford for the RSC. I think it's one of the most important and one of the most brilliant plays of mid-20th century English dramatic writing. It is about the last days of Shakespeare, but it's a very unconventional and unexpected view of what our great dramatist's life might have been like during those last few days.
And 35 years ago, I mean, you must have been far
too young.
Yeah, much too young.
That's one of the reasons why.
And doing it now, do you kind of think, what the hell was I doing 35 years ago?
Somewhat, yes, yes. You're a different person, and I had a different view of who this man might be, and just simply living, and having done a lot more Shakespeare and played a lot of the grown-up roles has made a difference for me.
And it's kind of like you're in reverse, because, you know, here you are, a leading man, you look great, you know, you're getting all these fabulous roles, but 35 years ago, people must have thought that you were older than you were, so you were...
I was always older than I was. When I was 16,
Patrick and I, excuse me, Patrick, we were in a film together called Excalibur, 32 years ago.
Wow.
He looks exactly the same.
Exactly. Wow, you look terrible 32 years ago.
No, I was never a juvenile. Ever a juvenile.
Because when did this happen?
When I was... No, you can use the words. It's all right to do that.
Yeah.
When did I go bald? I mean, look, I'm sitting next to these incredible...
Yeah, but opposite me, so you're fine.
I was 19. And it went in a matter of months. It fell out. It was my last year at drama school, and I thought everything was over. I did spend more money than I could afford on treatments. Waste of time. And I wore caps all the time. I wore a lot of wigs on stage. I had a hairpiece, a very good hairpiece, made that I would wear for auditions and occasionally for roles on stage. And I developed, yes, a comb-over. A kind of Donald Trump comb. Really? Yeah, somewhere between Bobby John and Donald Trump. And so the problem is that, you know.
You rub a balloon on your head, stick it in the feet. All your hair goes with it.
That's right. See, all those situations you've got to avoid. And it's limiting in your life.
And now, of course, you're like the poster boy for bald people.
Yeah. Can you see?
It's true.
Written on my tombstone. He was a postman. No, when I was working at the Barbican years ago, I was walking across a rain-swept square, one of those public places, and a guy walked past me with a hat on and an umbrella, and I was just walking, bareheaded. And suddenly I heard my name called. He said, "Mr. Stewart," and I turned around, and he lifted up the umbrella, and he took off his hat, and he was as bald as me, and he said, "On behalf of all the bald men in the world, thank you." But I have been looking at Wayne Rooney, and I am very... No, it's superb.
I'm not sure superb's the word.
I mean, I'm wondering about going down that road.
Do it.
No,
Do it, be a laugh. We can do jokes about it in the monologue.
I might get some dates.
Oh, as if. You need the help. Not a word. Not a word. Now, I love that because we think of you as this like a serious Shakespearean actor, but you kind of love a bit of lowbrow as well. You're a huge Beavis and Butthead fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Genuine.
Oh, look at them. There they are. Yeah. My heroes.
That's very good. To do a live action thing, the two of you on tour.
Hey.
Yes.
Remember, you heard it here first. It's not a bad idea. The older Beavis and Butthead. The mature Beavis and Butthead.
The bald Beavis and Butthead.
Yes.
He had to go there.
Yes, he did.
Beavis and Baldhead. That's a very limp round of applause. A few of you did it, and the rest joined in, and the others were like, not cracking that.
Yeah. But you know, it was better than a boo.
And you know why? Because they knew that hurt.
So, Alan, very excited because you're back on tour with a new show, Life is Pain.
Life is Pain. That's my poster.
This?
That.
Yeah, tell you.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm going on tour again later this year. The tickets go on sale this week, so that's why we're making a fuss. Oh, hello.
You're happy. They're delighted you're going back on tour.
Well, that's good. I'm very pleased. We start in September, and I'm going to tour right up to Christmas. I haven't done a stand-up tour for 12 years.
Wow. But you have already done this tour in Australia.
I did this tour in Australia. We went out to Australia, and we did QI live. Me and Stephen flew to Australia, and we did QI with Australian comedians in theatres in Australia. And while I was there, I did a stand-up tour, and it was great, really good fun. I loved it. I used to tire of hotels. I found it a bit boring. When I was a stand-up, when I started, you're in comedy clubs and you're with other comedians all the time, and there's a lot of camaraderie and a lot of laughs, and then you get to the point where you're doing your own show and it's a bit, you're on your own all the time. But actually now, I've got small children and I'm always exhausted. I really like being on my own. Plus they provide about half of the material for the show. So yeah, I'm doing that and around the UK and going to Ireland. It's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it.
Because when you toured Australia, they all came with you, didn't they?
We all flew out. It was horrendous, the flight. And horrendous flying back. Being in Australia was fantastic, and I loved it. But they'd stay. They didn't actually come round to the gigs. We did take my daughter. We took her in. We thought maybe because my wife was going to come and watch one of the QI recordings, so we said, well, we'll go in. We'll sit in a box and see if she can tolerate, you know, the noise. We'll play the klaxon sound because they had that woo, woo, you know, for me when I get it wrong. Yeah. And the speaker was right next to the box. So they did a test run and she absolutely crapped herself. Freaked out. Was going around backstage, walking around. She could just walk, you know, going, I don't like the show! I don't like the show! Oh, Stephen's dressing room, she did his little voice. I don't like the show! I don't like the show! She likes to tell people. She's got chicken pox at the moment, and our cleaner came in on Monday and she opened the door and she went, I've got chicken pox! I have chicken pox! Not knowing at that point that it was going to be a desperately grim experience.
And it's interesting going back on the road now, because I would say 12 years that you haven't been back.
Yeah, the last time I toured the UK was in '99, yeah. I didn't think I'd have 10 years away. I did the Edinburgh Festival in 2001, and then I never did another gig.
Wow.
I just don't know why, really. Just the years went by, I was doing other things, and then just stopped somehow.